A pitch-black night falls over Kettle Springs. Distorted music blares through the air. A group of teens gathers in a cornfield after a wild party. A girl dares her friend to take off her shirt and follow her into the corn rows. As the guy wanders through the corn, he stumbles upon a pair of oversized footprints. Drunk and disoriented, he assumes they belong to the girl. Suddenly, she stumbles out, vomiting blood. Then he appears. Friendo, the creepy clown mascot from the Bay Pen syrup factory. With a twisted grin, a pitchfork in hand, and blood splattering everywhere, he strikes. Screams are cut short. 2 lives are taken, swallowed by the cornfield. And the curse begins. This year, 17-year-old Quinn Maybrook, still grieving the overdose death of her mother, moves from Philadelphia to the small town of Kettle Springs with her father, Dr. Glenn. Their new home is an old, run-down house with a broken chimney and the stench of a dead raccoon in the wall. At school, Quinn is met with judgmental glares from teachers and whispers from students. On her first day, she witnesses her classmates pulling pranks on a teacher. After school, she meets Janet, Ronnie, Tucker, Matt, and Cole. They invite her to join an event they're filming for YouTube. The town is gloomy. Ever since the syrup factory burned down 5 years ago, the economy collapsed, and tensions have been rising. In study hall, the so-called Little Rebels plan horror-themed prank videos, using Friendo the Clown as their mascot. Cole shares, "The adults blamed us for the fire, but we were just making content." Quinn begins to feel a sense of belonging. Laughter and friendship help her heal. But things get weird fast. One night, Dr. Glenn catches Quinn getting close with Cole. He disapproves of their relationship. Later, in her room, Quinn re-watches a prank video and notices something off. In the background behind Friendo, something strange moves. At the same time, Tucker, relaxing at home, is startled by someone in a Friendo mask at his door. Thinking it's Cole playing around, he grabs his gun to check, but finds nothing, except a toy on the ground. That's when the real Friendo emerges, and Tucker becomes his next victim. Founders Day arrives, parades, fireworks, food, laughter. But chaos erupts when one of the clowns accidentally sets a straw display on fire with a fireball. The teens are blamed and locked up. Luckily, Cole's dad is the mayor and gets them out. That night, they sneak into the cornfield again. Campfire, music, laughs. Suddenly, Janet and Ronnie bully Quinn, but the moment is interrupted by screams coming from inside the corn. It's Ginger, their friend. Janet and Ronnie think it's just another prank. But then a severed head wearing a Friendo mask is thrown at them. Janet assumes it's a mannequin and tosses it to Ronnie. Quinn checks Ginger's pulse. Nothing. They scream in horror. From between the tall corn rows, Friendo appears, laughing, wielding a bow. He fires an arrow, killing a guy on the spot. Janet trips, but Quinn saves her. They try to hide in a barn only to find the doors locked. As they search for another exit, a man appears with a gun and shoots Friendo. They try calling 911. No signal. It's a dead zone. Quinn attempts to unmask the clown, but more Friendos arrive armed with chainsaws, axes, and bats. They all hide in the barn, while Dr. Glenn realizes Quinn has snuck out. Inside the barn, the group is trapped. 3 bullets left. Now just 1. Cole gets mad when a guy wastes 1 shot. In frustration, he kicks a bucket, revealing a hidden drain. Meanwhile, Dr. Glenn discovers his clinic has been destroyed. Inside, he's confronted by Friendo, who demands Glenn save one of his injured clown partners, or his daughter dies. Dr. Glenn reluctantly agrees. Back in the barn, the group escapes through an animal waste drain. Cole sets a trap, igniting a lawnmower to explode once the Friendos enter. Boom. They flee across the cornfield, hoping to reach the Tiller family and use their phone. But Cole is caught by the sheriff, who arrests him for carrying an illegal weapon, completely ignoring the girls' desperate warning about the massacre. Left in the darkness, the girls continue running through the corn as Friendo chases them with a chainsaw. Ronnie runs straight into another Friendo waiting ahead. Eventually, Janet and Quinn make it to the house. They find what seems to be a dead Friendo inside. The phone rings upstairs. They rush to answer, but the line is dead. When they try another phone, it's already been destroyed. Frustrated, they go downstairs, but the Friendo is gone. He suddenly appears, impaling Janet with a pitchfork, and electrocuting her on the ceiling. Quinn fights back, smashing a flower pot over Frendo's head. She grabs his pitchfork and finishes him. Meanwhile, Dr. Glenn removes a bullet from an injured Frendo. He secretly unhooks the heart monitor, making it beep wildly to confuse the clown. As Frendo puts down his knife, Glenn stabs him in the neck. He warns not to pull it out, but the clown does, and dies instantly. Suddenly, a voice crackles on the walkie-talkie. The other Frendos are hunting Quinn. Quinn runs to a car trying to escape, but it won't start. She's captured by the Frendos. One of them unmasks himself. He's the sheriff. Alongside him, the teacher the kids bullied, and the mayor, Cole's own father, the true mastermind behind it all. He claims it's tradition, dating back to the 1960s. Even Cole, now tied up, has been betrayed by his own father. The mayor blames Cole for letting his little sister drown and for the fire that destroyed the factory. He calls Cole a failure, spoiled and selfish. Quinn warns them they won't get away with it, but the mayor plans to stage it all as a murder-suicide. Cole killed Quinn and then himself, leaving behind a fake suicide note in Cole's journal. The sheriff can't take it anymore. He raises his shotgun at Quinn. But just then, Dr. Glenn crashes through the wall with his car, crushing one Frendo under steel beams. Cole falls from his ropes onto the roof of the car. Quinn escapes, hiding inside a closet full of Frendo masks and costumes. As a Frendo passes by, she jumps out and zaps him with a taser. Cole realizes the truth. It was his father who burned the factory for insurance money. The mayor, cornered, mocks Cole for not being as dumb as he thought, and runs, leaving Cole tied up. Dr. Glenn rushes to free Cole, but just in time, Rust shows up with a shotgun and blows the bad guys away. And here comes the plot twist. Earlier we saw Cole and Quinn kissing, but now, Rust kisses Cole. Maybe the mayor was right. Quinn reunites with her dad. They hug tightly. The four survivors head home. But the next morning, as they drive away, one last Frendo clown blocks their path. With fierce determination, Quinn runs him over, splattering him like syrup. The end. An epic finale. A small town like Kettle Springs holds traditional values in high regard. But when tradition is used as an excuse to harm others, it's no longer culture. It's fanaticism. Message: tradition is important, but it should never blind us to kindness and humanity. The adults in this film choose violence as a way to solve the problem with the teenagers, which only worsens the situation and brings destruction. Message: violence is never the answer to social conflict, and it only deepens the wounds and makes things worse. This film subtly defends the younger generation, who are often blamed for all the changes happening in society. Message: every generation has its own way of adapting and growing. Blaming the youth only creates a deeper divide. Frendo, the clown, may look like a friendly mascot, but he becomes a symbol of something far darker: hatred, judgment, and brutality. Message: don't be fooled by appearances. Threats can come from the most unexpected places. Frendo the clown is the main threat, but the teens can't survive on their own. They must trust each other and work together. Message: in difficult times, our greatest strength often comes from the relationships and solidarity we have with those around us.